Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mama and the Bake Brigade. Welcome back to my channel. This is my very first crochet tutorial. I hope this goes well and I hope y'all find it helpful. For my Leza shrug that I recently made, I had at least, I want to say 3 requests for the tutorial, which is fine. I just felt like I should probably do this and get my feet wet in the tutorial ring, I suppose. But what I'm going to do now is show you the materials that I have used for the one I'm currently working on. So what I'm going to do is show you the material that you would need and go over what's necessary for the way I've made it. Now, the way that this shrug works is it's highly flexible and highly customizable. So you can tweak this however which way works for you. Because you either add or subtract rows according to your size. So if you want it shorter, you make it shorter. If you want it longer, you make it longer. It's totally up to you. So I'm just going to give you the amount of rows that I did for the latest one that I showed you with the turquoise, and the one that I've done with the favorite stripe as of this video. So I'm going to show you the materials that I've used and give you the yardage that I've used as of now, so that if you want to duplicate my results, you can. But it's up to you. But I'm using Red Heart Super Saver. This is favorite stripe, my favorite. I love the rainbow effect. It's mostly like reds and oranges, but it does kind of have a rainbow look to it. And so I have 2 of these, and I used one of these will do 29 rows with a 6.5 millimeter hook. Okay, and then I did 5 more rows with the second skein. Okay, so these are 482 yards per skein. So together that is, you know, over 900 yards. Plus I'm using Premier Basics in let me see what color this it says. Just red, just regular red as my accent color. So, and this has 359 yards. So I won't be needing all of this, but this is the color, and this is the all in 4-weight yarn. I don't use anything but 4-weight yarn for these. I am using a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. So if you want to duplicate my results, this is the hook I use. I use these darning needles to tuck in my ends. So you'll need one of those. Some scissors, of course, and of course some stitch markers. So that is the necessary equipment needed, necessary supplies needed for doing the tutorial. So I'm going to pause here and get things switched around so I can at least start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start you off with the beginning stitches on how to do the shawl part itself, and then I'll come back after, you know, I'll do a few rows with you so that you know how to do that part, and then I'll leave off and come back when we get to the part where we actually join the sleeves and then add the other parts of the shell trim at the bottom and the sleeves and that sort of thing. So I'll pause here and I'll be back with you in a moment, and we'll start round 1. Thanks. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and forgive my table. This is where I paint, so this is a paint covered table. So we're going to start off by creating our slip knot. If you're not familiar, I just do mine like this, like that, and then we put our hook in and just kind of pull on your working yarn, and it'll tighten down for you. And I like to leave a really long tail for weaving in my ends, and it also helps you find the center of your if I get out of frame, forgive me, I'm really new to this, but it also helps you find the center of your shawl when you get to that point. And so I've watched this tutorial by Fiber Spider in this particular portion so many times I could almost quote it. So we're going to chain up 4. So we're going to do 1. If I can do this right when I'm trying to 2, 3, 4, and then 1 more, 5. Okay, and then we're going to yarn over, and we're going into this first little spot. If my thing will focus. If it'll focus. Maybe I'm too far away. It's just not focusing very well, is it? Okay, maybe that's a little better. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to see if it'll focus properly. It looks a little fuzzy to me. Okay, well, maybe this will, hopefully y'all can see this okay. But you go into this first little spot right here, right there, and we're going to do 3 double crochets right there. If I can get in there. 1, 2, 3. Remember, this is my first tutorial. So there's 3 in that hole, and then you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, pull some more yarn out here. Forgive me if it's still not focusing very well, is it? Give it a minute, see if it'll do better. Maybe if I, yeah, move down further on the table. There, that's better. Okay. All right, so now we got we got into the first little spot of our chain. We got 3 double crochets, chain 3, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochets in this spot. Hopefully I can manage to keep focus here. And 3. All right, there's 3 more, okay? Now we're going to chain 1 and go back for 1 more double crochet in the same spot. I know that seems like a lot, but this is how it's done. Okay, so that is your row 1, just like that. That is the beginning of your shawl right there. Okay, and so right here, you leave your tail alone. Try not to grab your tail because that'll mess you up. Right here, we're going to chain 4. I'm so used to grabbing it and holding it close to me. Yeah. Did y'all catch how many that was? I think I got 1 more. I don't remember how many. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. I have terrible short-term memory, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we're going to turn, and we're going to take this and pull some more yarn. And I hope y'all can see this. This is awful. Okay, and we're going to go right in this little spot right there, that little spot that we made for ourselves. And we're going to make 3 double crochets right there. One. And 1 more. All right, now you got your 3. If you can see that, okay. There we go. Then we're going to chain 1. We're going down here in our chain 3 space that we made. And we're going to do 3 double crochets here. There's 3, okay. Now we're going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, and 3. And we get some more yarn out. And then we go back into the same little chain 3 spot, and then we do 3 more double crochets. If y'all have ever done a granny stitch shawl, this should be very simple. If you have done any type of shawl, y'all know this is how your points work. This is really awkward for me. I'm just trying to do, oh, I hope this turns out all right. All right, so there we have it, okay? And then we do a chain 1 here. And we go back up here. Do you see this little space here? This little chain 1 space here. So we're going to put 3 double crochets in that spot right there. Go ahead and get some more yarn while I'm here. I know I'm going to need that. Three double crochets, and then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 1 more in that spot right here. Okay, that's round 2. Okay, that's round 2. Then we're going to chain 4 here, just like we did before. 1, 2, and then I lost it. Okay, 3 and 4. I'm going to turn. And we're going to go right back there where we were. And that's where we're going to start row 3, I guess. Yes, row 3. Okay. And this is how your basic granny stitch shawl is worked. Every row, you get more spaces to work. So I'm going to stop right here and let you work as many rows as you want. Now, what I did, with this being my main color, now this favorite stripe, well, you can get 29 rows out of 482 yards, okay? And then I worked 5 more rows out of the next skein, and then 2 rows of the red color. And then I'll work 1 row of the fan stitch with you, though. I'm gonna work that with you. But when I meet you back here, then I'll just be with my regular shawl it'll have 37 rows, including 2 rows of red at the end, and I'll be ready to do the connecting of the sides to the body of the shawl to show you how we do the sleeves. But you continue to work as many rows as necessary for your size, and I'll come back to you when you've done that, and then we'll connect the sleeves together. Okay, I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so now that you've had time to crochet your shawl, and I did 37 rows. I did 35 rows of favorite stripe and 2 rows of the red Premier Basics red. So this is what that looks like, okay? And we got ourselves a really big shawl, okay? It's really big. And now I left this. I haven't tucked this. This is where we started. Well, this is the other one that I started because I'd already done one. But this is where that's our middle, so that helps us know. But what I've done is I've gone through and attached my sleeves with stitch markers. Now the easiest way to figure that out is to put the shawl on yourself, and then take the point with your hand and just hold it to the back with one hand, and then grab yourself a stitch marker. You know, grab yourself a stitch marker, and then just best you can, and mark that spot that makes it as comfortable as you can get it. So, and once you marked the spot where you want the tip to go and it be attached to the back, then go back and just mark off the 3 little clusters that you're going to be doing. Okay, you're only going to connect it with 3 clusters. Okay, and then go right here to the tip, because here's your tip, and here's where you're connecting your sleeve. Okay, so count how many clusters are from your tip to your connecting sleeve on this side. That way, when you go to the other side, you can make sure that you're gonna be even. That makes sure that you've got the right amount of stitches, so that you're not connected it in the wrong spot on the other side, because you don't want to have it be lopsided. So if you count the clusters between where you marked with your stitch marker and your tail, and well, the tip here, then you do that on the other side. You count how many, from the tip to where you put the stitch marker, then your sleeves will be in the right spot on the other side as well. And so what we do now is we connect this using a single crochet connection. So I'm gonna do this off camera, because I'm gonna just assume that most of you know how to do that. So all we're gonna do is just go through all 4 loops and just do, and I do just a single crochet connect that looks like a little braid on the top when I do it. But you can connect using a whip stitch or a slip stitch or whatever method of connection is comfortable to you. But I'll come back with you once I've got the sleeves connected, and we'll go to the next step, which is putting our shells in the tail. I call it the tail, but anyway, we'll put the shells on. We'll start and we'll put our shell round at the bottom. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So now that if you've done your sleeve, connected your sleeves to your shawl, to the back, it should look something like this, with all the clusters can be matched up like this. Okay, and it's okay if it has a ridge on the outside. That's kind of adds to the texture of the piece. I kind of like that aspect of it. This is how I like it. This is how I designed it to look. So this is perfectly fine. We like texture. That's part of the pizzazz of the piece. So now we want to work on what I like to refer to as the tail, which is the point. And so this is the part where we put in the shell stitches. And I'm a right-hand crocheter, so I'm gonna start from this side here, and we're gonna start right in this little spot right here, and we're gonna do a chain 3, and then we're gonna do 7 double crochets, and then a single crochet into each little spot here, and then 7 double crochets, and so forth. So let me see if I can get that started for you. I'm gonna do a little switcheroo and see if I can't show y'all how I do that. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to show y'all how to do this. So how I connect the yarn this way is I loop it in like this, and I hold it like that. I put my crochet hook right here, and I just grab it like that, and then I drop my little tail, and then I go ahead and do 2 more chains like this, and then I go and I try to crochet a little bit over the tail here, and I'm going to put 6 more double crochets in this little spot. That gives me 3. Oh dear, and I bumped the thing. Hold on. There, okay. Y'all forgive me. I'm still struggling with this. Oh dear Lord, how did I do that? Okay. Just going to let that tail hang up. Okay, still not doing very well. It's hard to grip things in this position that I'm in. There we go. Okay. That gives us 3, I think. 4. 4. I don't know if y'all can see this very well or not. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's our 7. I don't know if y'all can see that. See, we have our shell. So now we're just gonna come over here to the top of this thing here. We're just gonna, and hold on, I screwed up. We're just gonna single crochet into the top of these little spots here. And then single crochet. And yeah, okay. Now we're back to our doubles. And we're gonna do 7 here. Y'all can see that. There's 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue like this, and I will meet y'all back here when I get to the other side. Okay, thank you. Okay, y'all, so here we are back at the end. I just finished my last section with my 7 double crochets for my shell, and what I did here is that I pushed my shells over, and I put me a single crochet right behind it in that same spot, and then I tied off. So that's what I did here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do our sleeves. Excuse me, our sleeves. And all we're going to do with our sleeves is we're just going to do half doubles around the sleeves. We're not going to do the shells across the sleeves. I didn't do the shells on the turquoise shrug that I just did, and I think I'm going to skip them on this one too. So I'm going to leave that up to y'all to do on your own, but I'm going to go and do a half double, a row of half doubles right here, just around this. I figure if you've gotten this far with the tutorial, you probably know how to do half doubles. I'm just going to attach right here at this seam. I'll go ahead and get that going, so y'all know what I mean. I'm going to do pretty much the same thing as I did with the other. drop that. So now I've connected my yarn. So I'm just tighten that down a little bit. Then I'm just going to go in here and slide through. Tighten that down a little bit more. If y'all can see what I'm doing here. And then I'm just going to yarn over, go in each little spot, hook up, and half double in each little spot all the way around until I get back around the sleeve. And I will meet y'all back here. Okay, so after you've done your half double crochet border on the sleeves, it should look something like this. Both sleeves are going to look like this. I've tucked in all my ends because that's kind of how I do things. I tuck them in as I go. So now all we have left is our collar. Our collar looks like this. All the way around. It starts right here where we connected the tips to the side, and it goes all the way around to the other side. So this is what the collar looks like. And we have these chain spaces right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 5 double crochet shell into the chain spaces. And we're going to do that all the way around. So I'll get you started, and then I'll turn you loose and let you finish on your own. So this is our last thing to do, and then we'll be complete with the shrug. So here we go. I'm going to get some yarn here, and we'll connect it. Get my long tail like I like. Oh, looks like I missed one. Oh well, I'll go back and get that later. Alright, so we do this. Oh, the garment's getting heavy now. Where was that? There I am. Okay, because we want to start right where we were. And we're going to connect just like we did before. Well, if I can get it to go. Forgive me, y'all. This has become quite cumbersome. Let me lay it over there like that. Maybe then it won't quit dropping on me. It keeps pulling me off the table. Let me try this again. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with the shells for the shell border for the collar, and we're going to connect like we did with the other. If I can get things to cooperate with me. Just move that over a little bit, and I'm going to drop that tail. After I connect there, and just do the 3 crochets up. And then we're going to just do 5 in this spot now. Lost that stitch. Okay. One. Okay. The easiest way I can think to finish that off is just to do that and do a little single crochet at the end, and then go do the next one and do 5 here. That's what, yeah. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just go right there and do a single crochet to kind of, and that's what we're going to do all the way around, and I will meet y'all back up when I'm done. Okay, so we're back now, and we've went around the whole collar with 5 double crochets in each little spot here. Now I will say this is going to ripple, and that's what we want. We want this little frilly look, and I've went ahead and tucked in all my ends, and so this is going to give you a nice little ripply look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause here, and then I'm going to hang this up on the wall and show y'all what it looks like. Okay, and your results may vary from what my results turned out to be, but of course you may choose different yarn, different colored yarn, which is totally up to you. This is totally customizable. I'm just giving y'all my process. So I'll be right back, and I will show you what it looks like on the hanger and hung on the wall, so you can see what I've made here. Okay? Okay, y'all. So here we go, is what I'm going to go down so y'all can see the little ripply at the bottom, and then all the way up, and then I'll show y'all some details up closer so y'all can, hopefully y'all can see. This is what our collar turned out like right here with the little ripples. This is a nice little flare. My son's friend told me it reminded her of some stuff she had seen in New Mexico. I guess she visited there at some point. But it reminded her of kind of a Latin flare. I hadn't thought about that. But then you can see here at the bottom where we put our shells. And that's really wavy and frilly. Well, that's definitely what we were going for. And you can see our sleeves have our nice little half double cuff looking on them, so that's what we wanted there. So yep, that's what we got here. Very colorful, very fun. And please, if y'all make this, please email me pictures of what y'all do, and or share it on the Facebook page, Tap Mama and the Beg Brigade. We do have our own Facebook page. If y'all would please share if y'all decide to make this. So, please forgive my sketchy and not wonderful tutorial. I did do my best with what equipment I have. So, I love y'all, and I will see y'all soon.